The Lakers are reportedly asking potential coaches how they would use Russell Westbrook if they were hired. This has many fans worried about Russell Westbrook potentially still being on the team next season. Now, it's not news to anybody that Westbrook is bad on the Lakers. Whether you put the entire blame on him for the disastrous season or not, it's clear that he is not a good fit. And early on in the offseason, it seemed to everybody that Westbrook and the Lakers would part ways. They have to, right? It's not good for either party. It doesn't seem like anybody likes the current situation. But now a report like this comes out. Some coaches who have interviewed with the Lakers have said that it seems like a priority the Lakers have in their coaching search is finding someone who can coach Westbrook. And according to reports, Frank Vogel was fired in part because of his inability to successfully incorporate Westbrook into the team. This is worrisome because it makes it seem like Westbrook is more likely to be on the team next season, and the Lakers actually want him on the team. And as fans, that's the last thing we want. We don't want a repeat of last season. But here's why we shouldn't be too worried about this. It's all about leverage. The Lakers are already in a bad position. They're likely going to have to trade a $47 million contract, which in itself is a hard task. But the way Westbrook played last season, that's going to make it even harder because many teams are going to perceive him as a negative value. The narrative so far after the season ended has been that the Lakers need to trade Westbrook. The Lakers need to get rid of him because it's not working. And if they want things to improve, Westbrook needs to be gone. And that narrative actually was already put out there during the season. Everybody knew that the Lakers were in a desperate situation and needed to trade Westbrook. So in every trade negotiation, teams were taking advantage of the Lakers, trying to get more draft picks and not making serious offers. Because everyone knew that they had to trade Westbrook. So that's why no deals got done, because none of them actually benefited the Lakers. So now fast forward to the offseason. The Lakers still need to get this trade done, but they actually need to benefit from the trade. So they have to make it seem like they're not desperate. They have to make it seem like they want Westbrook on their team. They need to make Westbrook seem valuable to them, and in turn would be a valuable asset to whoever they would potentially trade him to. So reports like these are most likely strategic leaks from the Lakers themselves. They want everyone to believe they're planning for Westbrook to be on the team. If the Lakers seem like they want Westbrook on the team, or at the very least would tolerate it, then the other side will less likely try to fleece the Lakers, and they would have to come up with better offers. But here's another thing we have to consider. In any situation, whether it's business or if it's just picking where you want to eat, you have to prepare for things not to go according to plan. You have to be ready for the worst possible outcome. And I think most of us would agree that having Westbrook on the team next season would be the worst outcome. There's going to be a lot of obstacles for this trade to go down. And it's possible that Westbrook is still a Laker, even if both sides don't want that to happen. The Lakers have to be prepared for a world where Westbrook is still on the team. And they have to see how their potential coach would deal with that situation if it occurred. I mean, think about any other job interview. They usually put you in a hypothetical, catastrophic situation to see how you would respond under pressure. They need to see your problem-solving skills, which is a very important skill to have as a coach. So Darvin Ham, Kenny Atkinson, Mark Jackson, tell me about yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Let's say there was an aging superstar who can't space the floor, can't make layups, can't shoot free throws, is a turnover machine, and isn't a good fit with your best player. How would you incorporate that player into your system? How would you remedy that situation? If a coach actually came up with a good answer to that question, and he actually came up with a way to fix the situation, I would hire him on the spot. Now, it is quite a scary thought that Westbrook might still be in the purple and gold next season. But all these reports and leaks, they're just ways for the Lakers to boost Westbrook's trade value and get some leverage in trade talks. I would say not to worry, but trading Westbrook will still be a difficult task. And the front office hasn't inspired much confidence with their last few moves. But when rumors like this come out, that doesn't necessarily mean the Lakers are planning to keep Westbrook. It just means they're positioning themselves to make the best moves possible.